How are you? Just a second. I'm going to get this right here. Okay, good for you. Now, let's see what's in store for us. Gary, hello. Marlene, hello. Have a nice day. I am having a wonderful day. And let's say I have my Angels Tarot card ready. Good. Brand new with tarot. All right. So let's imagine there are very few of us, so we can start. I have two decks. One deck is the angel cards. Angel cards. I have terrible lighting today. I don't understand why. Angel cards. And the other is a universal fantasy tarot. But I'll show you the boxes here. That'll be easier so we can start. All right, so what did I think of doing? This is the Universal Fantasy Tarot. Yeah. And the Angel Tarot. There you go. All right. So what did I think of doing? Hi, Alaya. Now, I said, I wrote on the title, Spreads. Good morning, New York. Good morning, Madeline. Madeline. All right, so what are we going to do? First, I think, hi, Juanita. Let's mix the cards, all right? So let's just mix the cards, and I'll start with since you have the angel, I'll use the angel as well, just to try. And let's give them a good mixing, okay? So we're mixing. And why did I want to do spreads? Because when people, hi, Yana, when people start to learn tarot, and I'll show you where I'm working here. This is my area where I'm working. When people start to learn tarot, they go to books, and a lot of the tarot, what I see at least, a lot of the people use the Celtic cross, which is an interesting, it's an interesting tarot spread. But first of all, there are a lot of cards there, and also it sort of blocks you into certain squares, and we need to start slow, all right? And what I suggest always is starting with one card, okay? So we're going to start with one card to answer a question. And if it doesn't say anything to you, and if it doesn't work, or it doesn't, answer your question, then we'll add another card, and then another card, and another card. All right, so let's ask ourselves a question, all right? Come up with a question, a general question for all of us. So all of us. Hi, MK. Hello, MK. And we'll ask ourselves a general question. Hi, Tonya. What could we ask? What could we ask? Let's ask about... Hello, Queen. Let's ask about the month of August. Okay, now we're in the month of June. Tomorrow will be the 1st of June. So 1, 2, the third month from now. In August, what is the month of August going to look like for us in terms of our freedom, in terms of our movements, in terms of our social distancing? So it's a complex question. We're asking the tarot to give us a picture, okay? So to get a picture, you would like to get more than one card, but sometimes, depending on your intuition, you can then get a picture from one card. So let's try that as an exercise, all right? So we're mixing and mixing and mixing. And when I say 1, 2, 3, go, then we'll throw. One thing, very important thing, if you're watching my hands, I've been mixing now, shuffling. When I'm ready to spread a card, you take your left hand and you cut the cards with your left hand, okay? That's common practice all over the world. All right, now, Madeline, if you say, yes, August, are things going to improve? Now, that's a yes or no answer. That's not what I'm asking. No. The question is, how is our social distancing situation. What will it be like? So you're asking the cards, not if it's going to improve. You want to know what it will be like. It's not a yes/no question. It's a complex answer, right? So, ready, set, go. One card. And now I'll hear from all of you individually, and we'll look at what cards you have and what you have to say with that one card, if you can. If you can't say anything with this one card, you can pull another card. You can go like this. Once you've cut the cards, you can spread the cards just like a dealer, okay? And then you pull one out, and then another, and then another. I like to pull one card from the top and then continue to pull them from the top or take them from the bottom, okay? So for now, I have one. Let's see what cards have come out, and let's see what we can say about that before we add. And we're going to keep that question in mind for the entire session today. Okay, so MK has the Queen of Coins. What else? Okay, let's see around, and you have to also tell me what that means for you, if it says anything. Tell me the card and tell me if you can say anything, or tell me the card and say, I need another card. Okay, female. MK says, I am a Taurus female. Okay, but that wasn't the question, right? The question was, what will our social distancing situation in relation to the virus look like in the month of August? So that doesn't respond to you. Okay, don't make it personal now. All right? Anyone else? What cards do you have? I'll tell you what my card is, and I'll write it here. All right, so Yana has the Ten of Swords. Let me know what it looks like, and I'll tell you what I have. Okay. So Sachi I have the King of Cups. It feels like there is going to be a lot of emotional stability. Okay, well, let's get someone else. I have Christelle here has the Queen of Swords, and Tanya has the Six of Cups. All right, so MK says stability. We could, all right? So let's keep that in mind. We can say stability. What about to Yana's question? Yana's card has the Ten of Swords. What would our immediate reaction be to the Ten of Swords? Anyone? I'll tell you what my reaction to, okay. Yana says, I feel that people still have to be careful. Well, you know, Yana, that tens are the end of something, end of cycle. So here, the swords would be suffering, and the 10th card would be the end of suffering. But then, of course, people have to start returning to social distancing or returning to normality. So it's, for me, I think, Yana, you need another card. I think MK needs another card. Tanya, what would you say to that Six of Cups? I'll tell you what I would say. I would say I have the Queen of Swords, and the Queen of Swords, to me, tells me that people will still be restless and they would like to go out more, but they are not yet doing that. There's a desire to want to do that. So if I had to imply, my implication would be we're not very free to move. All right, now, So let's take these. I still have Tanya hasn't responded. Let's get rid of Yana. Now, look, Shachi. It says all the loss have taken a toll. Now, Shaki, if you say there's going to be a lot of emotional stability, no, the King of Cups is there. You need another card to see there is emotion. There are emotions there. We need to know something more. Madeline says, still be guarded. Yes, could be still be guarded. Tanya says, yes, I'd like to hear your opinion. I can't give you an opinion yet, Tanya, because the Six of Cups typically is someone coming back. It doesn't mean anything to me in terms of the question. So we need another card, Tanya. Okay? We need another card. So we're all in agreement. Let's see. Marlene says the Ace of Michael. Don't let the situation prevent you from grooving. I'm not sure what that means, Marlene. Maybe you could change that. You could elaborate on that. So let's get another card. I'm going to take my next card from under the deck. Okay, so you have Archangel cards. You're doing 2, 1 and 2. So one card says one thing, Marlene. The other card says something else. A reading is when you put the energies together and you interpret both together, okay? Or a development from the first card to the next card. So let's not read them individually. Let's read them as a story. Shaki, the next card is the Five of Cups after the King of Cups. So when you tell me the next card, tell me the first and the second card together. First and second card together. Tanya, you've got the 10 of Cups and the 6 of Cups. 10 of Cups is sort of like a happily ever after card. It's a family card. It may mean reunion, being back together with your loved ones. All right, now give me the cards together. Yana, the 4 of Pentacles. I need to remember the both because I can't put all of your cards here. What I can show you is of mine. I have the Queen of Swords and the Judgment. So I'll write that down here. Queen of Swords and Judgment. Okay. Now give me the picture. I need a picture. I need 2 things and I need 2 cards and a story. So write to me. Next time you write the first 2 cards. All right, so we have MK is telling me Queen of Coins and the Emperor, but I want your interpretation as well. You give me the 2 cards plus the interpretation. So I've got, for example, the Queen. Okay, I even spelt that wrong, so I'll write it again. Queen of Swords and Judgment. 2. Okay, so what I'm looking at in my spread are the Queen of Swords and Judgment, wanting to travel but not yet possible, the Judgment. This is the difficulty for it. In my spread, it looks like August is going to be everyone wanting to move and travel, but Judgment is calling you to action, to use your patience now. This is the highest moment of caution. This is my reading for these 2 cards. Okay, well, Medicine Woman, you need to, on my YouTube page, underneath the video, when it's scheduled, you put get notified. You push the button, get notified. Or if you are a subscriber, next to the subscription, there is a bell. You push the notifications and you'll get all of the notifications. You look for the bell. Okay, Shaki. People feel a little more stable after a period of loss. Okay, good. People feel a little more stable after a period of loss. Good, good. What would happen now if we mixed the cards again? Okay, so I'm mixing the cards again. We're going to mix. And this time, we're going to answer the same question. What will our August look like in relation to the virus and social distancing? What will it look like? 3 cards this time. 3 cards. All right, so 1, 2, 3. Tell me your cards and tell me what you think they're saying. My cards are the Ace of Wands, the 5 of Swords, and the High Priest. For these 3 cards, it looks like to me that people, these 2, have a relationship. Remember, they are mirroring each other. The first and last card, they have a relation. And this could be considered, the 5 of Swords, a focus card. So let's say that the 5 of Swords is a focus, and usually the 5 of Swords talks of regrets. But we've got this beautiful High Priest and the Ace of Wands. This is a return to higher thoughts, a return to higher concerns, return to more important goals in society. Okay, still gives us a partial answer, but still that's all right. So let's see. We've got Medicine Woman says, Queen of Swords is air sign, Judgment is reconciliation. Okay, now we're on to a 3-card spread. Let's take 3 cards, 1, 2, 3, and see which cards come out for you and see what we can do with them. If you give me the cards and you're not sure how to read them, I'll give you my take on them. Okay, Medicine Woman. We need a little more story because 10 of Cups, 3 of Pentacles, Wheel of Fortune. Okay, we want a picture. Let's say, Medicine Woman, I'm a client and I come to you and I'm crying. Listen up. I'm crying. And I say, look, I haven't seen my relatives in so long. I can't travel. I can't even take a train to the, a 3-hour train ride because I haven't seen my children. What will August? I know something's going to change in August. I could feel it. Can you please look at the cards and tell me what will happen? If you said this to me, you pulled the 10 of Cups, you pulled the 3 of Pentacles and the Wheel of Fortune, and you said change, I would say, well, I came to you and I told you something is going to change. I wanted you to tell me more. Do you see what I'm saying, Medicine Woman? All right, so now we've got Shaki here. Shaki is saying Lovers, Hermit, and the King of Wands. Let me just check. Okay. Lovers, Hermit, and the King of Wands. So a call for action after being in a hermit mode, Lover's card being a return to unity, consciousness in a way while being in a hermit mode. Okay, this is interesting. But a client, Shaki, you always have to think about who's listening to you. If I say to the client, he's in hermit mode, we have been in hermit mode, I don't understand. Typically, I get people from all over the world, okay? A lot of people know what a hermit is, but it's very, very important that you give them the picture with your words. You have them visualize what you are saying so they can get a picture for themselves. But you're on the right track. Tonya. All right, so we have the 3 of Cups, the Three of Swords, and the Six of Pentacles. Okay, Tonya, now look, the Three of Cups is always in the tarot world a celebratory card. Everybody is raising their glass, they're drinking, but right after that, you get the Three of Swords, and that's true emotional heartache. That's true emotional pain. And then the Six of Pentacles. The Six of Pentacles is generosity. Now, if this is the way they came out, 1, 2, and 3, we would say, let me put it this way, Tonya, the first is the Three of Cups. The last is the Six of Pentacles. They have a relation here. The focus is on emotional pain, but these two talk of more development in the area of the collective, in social togetherness, and in generosity. People are helping each other in a different way, I would say. So now let's see, Juanita, I got the Four of Wands, the Hermit, and the Nine of Swords. Means creative ideas. The Hermit means withdrawal. Okay, now, and the 9 means anxiety about the future. Okay, but individually, the cards say something. I need you, Juanita, to tell me not what each individual card means, because you always have to remember someone's listening to you, someone's in front of you, you're trying to help someone. Because if I say, oh my God, there's the Nine of Swords, and the client will say, oh, what does that mean? Or if you tell them the Death card, oh my God, But here, it's a matter of telling them the story, the global picture. So get the picture together, Juanita. Get the picture together without telling. We read your cards. Now give me a picture. Okay, Neurole, happy Sunday to you too. Happy Sunday to you too. Okay, so let's see. Medicine Woman, yes, good change, agreement, happy family reunion, change for the better. Okay, I know we're writing in a very few words because it's such a pain in the neck to tap on the keyboard here. All right, so Tonya, we have these 3 cards, right? We just went through that. I want you to make a story out of it. All right, then we have Roxanne, Ace of Swords, the Six of Cups, and the Three of Wands. What do you think, Roxanne? Do you have any ideas there? Any ideas? Let's go to Marlene. Marlene, I have the Magician, Perspective, Shamuel, and Ariel 8. Okay, I need you to give me an idea, a sentence. Let's say a sentence. Now that you've given me that, one sentence that can tell me about what you mean. What is they're trying to tell you. All right. Then we've got Nicholas. Nicholas here is saying the Emperor plus the Two of Pentacles plus the Ten of Cups. Restrictions remain or return. Restrictions remain or return. I'm wondering where you got that. But this time people are used to it, and maybe people might be happy with it. Yes, this is one take. Yeah, interesting. Yep. That's one take. Tonya, you are amazing for this support. All right, now, Faye. Hope you're doing well. Yes. Can you see if I will? No, this is not about it. It's not a question and answer, Faye. It's not a question and answer. This is tarot for beginners. Sorry. Roxanne. We need Roxanne. Roxanne, we have to give Roxanne some help. She says the Ace of Swords, the Six of Cups, and the Three of Wands. So let's start to interpret this. We know that the Ace of Swords has a meaning of something emerging, some form of truth, right? Okay, so you're beginning, Roxanne. Okay, she just tells us she's beginning. Now, the Six of Cups is a card that talks about something returning, but it's a positive return. It's not the return of the virus. Usually a friend, a lover, a loved one. And the Three of Wands is some form of taking stock of a situation. So here, Roxanne, we could say that we all understand a different truth with that Ace of Wands together with the Six of Cups. We all understand a different truth about the situation, even in terms of seeing people we know from the past. Things are changing. So with the Three of Wands, we start to take stock of our situation and understand what to do. Let's see. Marlene adds, you now have the opportunity to change your life into something that you really want. Amen. Good for you. Exactly. We have the opportunity now in August to make important changes. Good. Now I'm going to give us another same question, okay? So it's the same question. This time, we're going to intentionally create a spread where each position on the table has a purpose, all right? So we're going to read it intentionally. So the first position, we're going to put the cards, I'll show you, in this way, in a developmental way. 1, 2, 3, okay? So 1, 2, 3, so it's a progression and it's as if it were a sentence, except the first card is like the subject of the answer, all right? It's the main idea. The second card will be the action, as if it were a verb, okay? The first one is the noun. The second one is if it were a verb, the action. And then the third one will give you insight on what is going to happen. So, or it will give you something like an adjective, some kind of description. All right, so let's now mix our cards, shuffle our cards, shuffle, 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 and decide how you want to spread these. First of all, remember the left, cut the cards with your left hand. You can opt for this type of spread. You just roll out the cards, and from here, you pick 3. You see that? You pick 3, so I'm going to pick 1. I'm going to pick a second one, and then I'm going to pick a third one. So there's 1, 2, 3. Put my other cards off to the side, and now, this is an example before you do it, okay? So we have the first one is the subject or the noun. The second one is the verb or the action, what's going to happen. And the third is sort of added information or an adjective. So here we have. The first one is the Ace of Cups. Now, the Ace of Cups always talks about beginnings. The aces always talk about beginnings. So we could say that this is an emotional beginning, all right? Without saying it's a love beginning. Let's say it's an emotional beginning, and then we'll see what the third card is, and then be able to express ourselves better. So the second one is the Knight of Cups. Again, another emotional card. This is the action, all right? A knight is action. All right, so if we say the topic are emotions, the beginning of emotions, bringing emotions forward. And the last card is the King of Cups, 3 cups cards. This is definitely added information. So in August, how will the social distancing situation be? Give us a picture. In August, we will start again to be able to give our emotions to a person of our heart, a water sign, we could say, to a water sign who may be a significant others in our lives, or to our significant other, to Kur, without saying what sign they are. And that is the type of reading, a sort of reading that we'll be looking at. Now I have Neurolay writes, discernment, divine timing, and healing. I have oracle cards. Use my own intuition. Have patience. Know that healing is coming. Good. Okay, good. Good. Know that all right, fine. Perfect. Anybody want to venture and try the 3-card sentence, the 3-card phrase where we have the main idea? Let's see. Okay, Tanya's with a lot of question marks. 5 of Swords, the 7 of Pentacles, and the 10 of Swords. Oh my, pain again. All right, so let's take it one at a time. So the 5 of Swords, we mentioned before, about 10 minutes ago, we talked of them as being generally regrets. Okay, so that is the subject, regrets. Now the 7 of Pentacles, who can give me a reading for the 7 of Pentacles in terms of an action? What could that tell Tanya is happening? What could that tell Tanya is happening with, oops, where are you, Tanya? Where did she go? There you go. What is happening with these regrets? The 7 of Pentacles, what could that action tell us? What does the 7 of Pentacles usually mean? How could we read it next to the 5 of Swords? Okay, as 5 of Swords being regrets, of dissatisfaction for what we have done, okay? Unhappiness in terms of our actions, things like that. But the 7 of Pentacles is the difficult one here, because the 7 of Pentacles is something that, in the okay, here we go. Hold on. Roxanne is giving me some cards, but I need a little bit interpretation here. The 7 of Pentacles. What is the 7 of Pentacles? Now, we're starting just with these 3 card spreads. That's the best way we can read them if we give each position an intention. All right, so the 7 of Pentacles. Do we know what the 8 of Pentacles is? Anyone in the room? All of you people in the room. What about the 6 of Pentacles, the 7 of Pentacles, and the 8 of Pentacles? What is the 7 in between the 6 and 8? We know that the 6 of Pentacles is a card of generosity, okay? And the 8 of Pentacles is hard work, all right? The 7 of Pentacles is an in-between, all right? Now, the 7 of Pentacles usually, it's a very difficult card to read, but it does talk about change, and it does talk about starting to put our intentions towards what? Yeah, hard work for the 8. Yes, Fred Carrillo, it's hard work for the 8. And the 7th is starting to put our intentions, plans on doing. Yes, exactly, Juanita, to put energy in a new project. Now, so if we say that Juanita is right, okay, we have our regrets have made us put our energy into, and that's 10. Remember I said in the beginning when we started this session, the 10s are usually an end to suffering. So our regrets have made it possible for us to put our intentions in ending our cycle of suffering. Thank you, Juanita. Great. All right, so let's see what the medicine woman has to say now. Knight of Wands, the 6 of Cups, and the 6 of Swords. Good. Now, a person of fire could be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. A passionate person, all of a sudden arriving, past love returning. And the 6 of Swords is moving away from difficult times. All right. Please keep focused on what I'm telling you. This is an exercise. It's not an exercise in interpreting single cards, all right? We talked about this layout, the title of something, all right? The title or the object, this is the noun, the main topic. Then we have what is going to happen and added information. So in the case of medicine woman here, we have the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is a fast movement, a passionate fast movement. And the 6, that is the title. That's the noun. That is the object, all right? Then we have the Six of Cups. The Six of Cups, as a verb, as a movement, is return. Right? So we could say that it could be, for those of you who are involved with fire signs, they could be returning, or it will be a fast return of someone from your past. And the Six of Swords will tell you that together you will be moving into another phase of the relationship. Now, let's not lose sight of the question. The question was always, what about the month of August? What will our social distancing situation be like? Okay? And Medicine Woman's response gave us insight into someone in their life, in her life, potentially, and what will happen in August. Okay? Now, let's hear what other people have said. Hold on. Let's keep my cards there so you can see. Let's see. Snow Baby. I wouldn't say that the Seven of Pentacles is a waiting. There is progression there into turning your intentions towards doing something in the sense of a project. Then we have, all right, Oyanga, we're not doing question and answers. We're doing tarot work, okay? We're learning how to read the tarot, so you can answer your own questions once you learn. Vaibya, Five of Swords. See, as you see, everybody in the room, think of how many times that Five of Swords, in answer to the same question, has been coming up. This should tell us, as people, that there are regrets in the way actions have been taken place in the past. All right, then she says, maybe some authentic action wasn't taken in time, leading to someone leaving. Perhaps. Okay, I need a third card there that I don't see. All right, then we have Medicine Woman is saying, Seven of Pentacles is looking at what had been happening, deciding if it is worth the effort. But it's a movement card. Remember, we gave the intention. Look again. We had the homework. Okay, this is a course, right? So we said we're going to take three cards. The topic, a movement, action, and then more information. That is the way, our intention as a reader, because you have to set intentions. You have to control what you want to be reading, okay? Then Snow Baby says, waiting on the seeds we've planted to grow. Okay, in this terms, yes, but there's intention there. There is intention because you have planted seeds for a reason, correct, Snowbody? Now, Nicholas, the Page of Wands, the Star, and the Fool. All right, now, we'll be taking the first steps toward where we want to get to, but it's just the beginning. We might take a fresh look at things. The Fool looks back towards the first two cards. Good. Very nice. Very nice. Also remember, Nicholas, that irrespective of my homework, irrespective of the idea of noun, verb, and the adjective, there is still a relation between the first and the third card. There's a mirroring effect, right? So your first card is the Page of Wands. And pages, remember everyone, pages usually correspond to either younger people and messages. Generally, they are messages as well, okay? So I'm going to leave you with an idea, all right? So I'm going to give us homework for the next time that we see each other, all right? So everyone will be more on the same page. When we leave each other, first of all, remember, today we talked about how we're starting out, start with one card. If it doesn't answer, get another card on the table and just start putting a picture on your table when you have all of the cards together until you get a picture that you can describe, all right? So it's description. The most difficult things of reading is not memorizing the cards because we know them. After a while, we get to know them and we practice. Practice, three things. Practice by asking the same question different ways in different manners of putting the cards on the table, right? That's one. Two, decide which spread, how many cards you need for you today in terms of your experience with the tarot. Decide what type of spread works for you. A lot of people like 4 corners. They like, and I'll show you, they like to answer a question with 4 corners. One at the top, this corner, this corner, this corner, and sometimes they'll put a card in the center, okay? Put a card in the center to get a better idea of what the focus is. That's another way, okay? So you decide. First, the question is, the homework is, you ask one question over and over and you keep responding with the cards in different ways, putting the cards on the table in different ways. The second is to decide what type of spread works for you, because a lot of people like 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The third card has a focus. The second and the fourth are related, and the first and the fifth are related, and the first, the third, and the fifth are related. You get a lot of information there. Decide what works for you. And the third one is you come and tell us, exchanging the experience, you tell us the most important lesson that you learned since today. Okay, so the next time I'll be coming back with Tarot for Beginners, we're going to have those 3 questions. Just remember that for me. I'll have to write it somewhere. Same question over and over so you can learn the cards better. Which spread works best for you? And 3, what is the most important lesson that you've learned in between this day and the next time we see each other, okay? Thank you all for being here, and I'll be back. I will be back. Tomorrow we'll be back with channeling Archangel Michael. Thank you all for joining me. Bye-bye. Namaste, ladies and gentlemen.